Hey guys, this is Harv from the Good Times Network and welcome back to our Dragon Ball Super reviews. To recap a little bit from last week, Vegeta faced off against Frost and wasted no time in turning Super Saiyan and getting the job done. He delivered a devastating one-punch blow and knocked him right out of the ring. There was also a new rule added by Champa, though Beerus was pretty reluctant. The new rule was that there was this glass barrier that surrounded the ring and anyone who touches it is out. Vegeta's next opponent was the Magma Robot Vegeta, and he used the glass layer to his advantage, obviously, by releasing steam and causing the ring to get really hot and hard to breathe for Vegeta. So basically, this week we pick up right from that moment, and Vegeta is sweating and in trouble. Vegeta realizes what Vegeta is doing, and Goku even advises him to move towards the ground so he can breathe properly, which is actually great advice. Beerus is mad because he realizes the new rule benefits Champa and his team more than anyone. But Champa does note the barrier still allows air to escape from the bottom, and says Beerus already agreed to the rule, so it's gonna stay in play. Vegeta ignores Goku's advice, which again is a bad idea, but does realize that he's gotta end this quick if he's gonna win. Vegeta attacks with what seems to be gas and then lights it on fire with his lava, creating an overwhelming explosion. Vegeta's almost knocked into the barrier, which would cause him to lose, but saves himself thanks to his ki. Trunks asks the ref if that was foul play, and turns out Vegeta just farted and lit it on fire, which is of course that old school Dragon Ball humor coming into play. But he is safe, and Vegeta gets angry and starts charging up a move in a familiar pose. You guys might recognize this one, it's called the Gallic Gun. Though he doesn't say the move, we all know what's up. Vegeta charges up and it gets even hotter, which means it's harder to breathe for Vegeta, and then he lets off his attack. Though it's a direct hit, Vegeta overwhelms Vegeta, and Vegeta is about to get hit and starts to karate chop through the lava. But Vegeta is faster than anyone gives him credit for and jumps onto him and slams him into the ground. Vegeta lands on his feet, but the only problem is he's out of bounds. The ref jumps in to do his job and declare the winner, but to everyone's surprise, Vegeta is actually safe. It turns out Vegeta is on top of some rubble and is technically still on top of the ring, and that means he's still in play, and of course Champa is mad and Beerus loves it. Vegeta flies up and again is pissed. He's angry that he was saved by the rules and he starts to strategically power up. This pushes back Vegeta and he starts to power up so much that it causes a layer to crack and eventually explode into pieces. They fly everywhere and everyone's avoiding the glass. Now that Vegeta can finally breathe, he gets serious and he starts to charge another one of his iconic attacks. You might recognize this as the Final Flash. You know he's going all out because of all this thunder that he's creating and he's just charging up. Vegeta also starts to charge up to brace for the attack. They both unleash their moves, and when their blasts meet, Vegeta slices through Vegeta's attack, leaving him overwhelmed. The attack pushes him back to the edge of the ring and he's almost left out of bounds. You can see that he's out of it with those dizzy eyes, and Vegeta comes in to finish the job with a final punch, but Vegeta actually comes right back in consciousness and blocks it, so the two are having a standoff right at the edge of the ring. Vegeta's obviously angry and getting tired of this match, and out of just pure anger he calls Vegeta a metal piece of junk, which really throws him off. You can see right here. Vegeta gets the best out of Vegeta and he's knocked right out of the ring, and Vegeta is declared the winner thanks to breaking the barrier and using his head. The stage has to be rebuilt, so Vegeta takes a break and some well-deserved water. You see Vegeta on Champa's podium crying, and obviously the gang questions why. Someone who almost beat Vegeta would be so upset. Whis fills them in by saying it's because he's a metal man and he's mentally weak and unable to fight once insulted. Beerus obviously questions him why he wouldn't mention something so important earlier, and it turns out Whis and Goku aren't too different after all, as they have the same perspective on fighting. They didn't want the match to be boring, and they wanted it to be interesting and fair, so Whis kept the secret to himself. Goku tells Vegeta he could have finished the job much faster if he was using his real power, but the reason Vegeta didn't showcase his full power is the same reason Goku didn't earlier, and it's because of the legendary hit. They don't want Hit to get a good idea of their abilities before facing him, but it's pretty obvious now that he's the strongest fighter Champa has. Anyway, Vegeta's next opponent is fellow Saiyan CABE, and of course the episode ends right there, but it sets up something epic for the next one. What's really surprising in the episode preview for next time is that CABE goes Super Saiyan, even though he pretended not to know what it was before a few weeks earlier. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment. We have a contest for all our subscribers if you haven't heard about it yet. We're giving away a set of real Dragon Balls towards the end of the month. We'll private message a bunch of winners and announce them in our next contest video along with a new prize. If you aren't subbed, make sure you hit that subscribe button before the end of April for your chance to win these Dragon Balls. You'll be entered into our contest every month as long as you're subscribed to our page, so good luck to everyone. We have 2 discussion questions this week. First of all, obviously, who do you think will win, CABE versus Vegeta? I'm not sure if Vegeta's gonna win because Champa only has 2 fighters left and Beerus has 3. The other question I have for you guys is based on Vegeta going Super Saiyan God. As you can see, he does it in next week's episode, which is great. You can see Vegeta go Super Saiyan God, but in this screenshot, it almost looks like CABE is about to go Super Saiyan God. So my question is, do you think CABE has the ability to become a Super Saiyan God as well and was just playing dumb before? I think this is a real possibility just because if Vegeta wins, Beerus' team will be at a huge advantage because they'll have 3 people versus just 1 who's Hit, and I don't know if Hit's that good to take on 3 people from Beerus' team. Anyway, let me know your thoughts, guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure you hit subscribe. Leave a comment for our discussion, and I'll catch you guys on the Good Times Network.